Chancellor, President Turner, members of the Board of Regents, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and the graduates, thank you for that warm welcome. It is truly an honor to be here at the University of Texas, where some of the greatest military leaders, business titans, and sports legends have gathered to address the Longhorn Nation. But this afternoon, I want to talk to you about an extraordinary group of people that I have had the honor of getting to know, and that is the men and women of our military. I have been a Navy SEAL for 36 years, but it all began when I left this great institution and entered the Navy. And for the last 36 years, I have had the honor of being a part of some of the most elite military units in our country. During those years, I have learned some lessons about teamwork, about goal setting, about overcoming adversity, and about leadership. And it was those lessons that I would like to talk to you about today. Start your day with a task completed. The first lesson was about the power of making your bed. Now, it was not necessarily a lesson about making your bed. It was really about the fact that the little things in life matter. If you can't do the little things right, you will never be able to do the big things right. And if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made. That you made. And a made bed gives you encouragement that tomorrow will be better. So, if you want to change the world, start off by making your bed. Find someone to help you paddle. The second lesson that I learned was that you can't change the world alone. You will need some help. And if you want to change the world, find someone to help you paddle. I have been in the darkest, the deepest, the coldest waters. And what I have seen in those moments is that it's not the size of the boat, it's the size of the fight in the boat. It's the teams of people that you've put together that will empower you to face adversity, to not give in to the sharks. If you want to change the world, find someone to help you paddle. Measure a person by the size of their heart, not the size of their flippers. The third thing that I learned was about the importance of getting over being a sugar cookie. Every day at SEAL training, you were challenged with multiple physical events, long runs, long swims, obstacle courses, and then a final event, the mud flats. The mud flats covered in thick, gooey mud. It was the great equalizer. But on one occasion, a student who had been having a tough time kept failing. He couldn't make it through the obstacle course. He would go back to the mud flats covered in mud, being a sugar cookie. And one of our instructors, a 6'5", 250-pound SEAL, saw him struggling. He took him to the side and he said, "You don't have to do this alone. We will help you." And we went back into the mud flats, and we went back into the obstacle course. And this time, instead of trying to go alone, he went with us. And the rest of the class, though they were covered in mud, formed a cheer section. And we all made it through the obstacle course. And that young man graduated as a Navy SEAL. If you want to change the world, get over being a sugar cookie, and keep moving forward. Get over being a ring knocker. The fourth lesson was about the power of getting over yourself. Every SEAL class is required to do a 4-mile ocean swim, and the most challenging part is the surf passage. You must time the strikes of the waves to get through. And during training, the students would fail time and time again. Each time a student would fail, he would ring a brass bell signifying his exit from the training. But one classmate, a former college football player, decided he would not ring the bell. He said, "I am here, I am not ringing the bell. And through sheer determination, he made it through the surf passage. And when he came out the other side, our instructors, who had been trying to push him to quit the entire time, came up to him and said, "We didn't think you would make it." We had a pool going. We had bets on how long you would last. He looked at them and said, "You all owe me $10. But here is the deal. In SEAL training, no one makes it through training without the help of others. If you want to change the world, find someone to help you paddle, get over being a sugar cookie, and get over yourself. Don't be afraid of the circus." The fifth lesson was about the circus. The circus was a 2-inch thick steel cable that ran 30 feet above the ground, between two utility poles. The goal was to traverse the circus without falling. The circus was always the most terrifying of all the obstacles. One class had a particularly hard time with the circus. They would try and fail over and over again. But every time they failed, instead of ringing the bell and quitting, they would come back the next day, and they would try again. And again. And again. For a week, they kept trying. And by the end of the week, they finally made it across. Their instructor, a former circus performer, came up to them and said, "Do you know why you guys made it? You didn't quit." And the lesson here was that every day we fail, we must get up and try again. If you want to change the world, don't be afraid of the circus. Slide down the obstacle head first. The sixth lesson was about the headfirst slide. When you go down the obstacle headfirst, it doesn't matter if your face is full of mud. The faster you go, the less likely you are to get hurt. The Navy SEALs will tell you that if you want to change the world, you must be your very best in your darkest moment. When faced with adversity, when faced with fear, go down the obstacle headfirst. Don't back down from the sharks. The seventh lesson was about the sharks. During SEAL training, you will be attacked by sharks, not literally, but in the form of the instructors. They will challenge your every move, criticize everything you do, and try to make you quit. But the lesson is this: if you want to change the world, don't back down from the sharks. Start singing when you're up to your neck in mud. Be your very best in your darkest moments. Finally, the eighth lesson was about the power of hope. In SEAL training, there is a bell that hangs in the center of the compound. All you have to do to quit is ring the bell. Ring the bell, and you no longer have to face the challenges, the adversity, or the discomfort. But if you want to change the world, don't ever ring the bell. To the graduating class of 2014, you are moments away from graduating. Moments away from beginning your journey through life. Moments away from starting to change the world for the better. It will not be easy, but start each day with the task completed. Find someone to help you through life. Respect everyone. Know that life is not fair, and that you will fail often. But if you take some risks, step up when the times are toughest, face down the bullies, lift up the downtrodden, and never, ever give up, you will change the world. So, graduates, keep your face to the wind, follow your dreams, and go out and change the world. Thank you all very much. Hook 'em horns. Love our content? Subscribe now for endless inspiration and entertainment.